a video. If they don't want, it's their problem. I'll put a lot of questions from these topics in your exam. So this is basically a hedging tool. If you are exposed to currency uh, because you are an importer or an exporter, or you have some kind of currency exposure by whatever you're doing, so you would like to hedge it, because if the dollar goes up, suppose you have an exposure in dollar and you have to make a payment after 3 months, 6 months, then you lose a hell of a money. Okay, so currency options is basically a mechanism or a tool with the help of a stock exchange. Unfortunately, stock exchange is down today. I mean, the portal which I'm using. So we'll try to see that we get hooked to that and see some practical thing about that. Otherwise, maybe next time I'm just going to show you this thing. So today it's going to up by 4 p.m. the ICICI Securities. So currency options. So I'll start with an example. It's always better to understand through an example something. Of course, it has a lot of theory, a lot of understanding. But when you look at the example and pick up certain things, then theory becomes very simple. Otherwise, if I start with theory, then people will not appreciate what I'm talking about. So it's always better to understand the how do we hedge the currency, this thing. Okay. So XYZ is an importer. Fine. So we talk about either an exporter or importers. We'll pick up two kinds of, uh, instances. So in both ways, how do you, hedge your risk, currency risk? So XYZ is an importer. On 22nd June, on 22nd June 2023, XYZ Limited wished to book its outward remittance for 27th July 2023 worth dollar 1 lakh, $100,000. So this was somewhere in June, on 22nd of June. So this company had to make a payment of 1 lakh dollar. Normally I just make it to the latest day whenever I'm giving a lecture, but I couldn't update the sites. Otherwise, I brought it to October on, this thing. So on 27th of July, he's supposed to make a payment. Okay. And today, we think that today we suppose it's 22nd of June. Okay. Because this person is, on 20th June, he decides that he's going to, take hedging position. And the payment is going to fall on 27th of July. Okay. And today, the spot rate which is given at the bottom is 82.06. $1 is equal to 82.0675. So always the quote is up to 4 decimal places, Fine. Whenever we are talking about hedging or whenever we are looking at a quote. So this is a dollar quote. $1 is equal to 82.0675 on the day when this was a spot transaction, okay, spot rate. Fine. So, so we just started with one example. We're talking about currency options. Okay. Now XYZ is an importer, and he's supposed to make a payment of 1 lakh dollar when on 27th of July. And today, assume the date is 22nd of June. So what he'll do, he will log on to the stock exchange site, okay, and look for what is happening there. So either you can go and take a forward contract, okay, or he can take a futures contract. The third option is that he takes an options contract. So we're talking about third options, okay, fine. So what will happen in the options? So in option, he finds that option strike price of rupees 82, okay, option strike price of rupees 82 is available at a premium of 0.3275 per dollar. He goes to the market, okay, and looks at at what price the dollar is selling. So dollar strike price. Now in options, you will be given strike price. Now this strike price is actually given by the stock exchange. So you have to choose one of the strike price. Okay, there will be a lot of strike prices will be given to you for a particular month. For example, you are going to book a remittance of $1 lakh in the month of July. So you will go to the July contract, isn't it? Fine. And look for, various strike prices. Okay. So option strike price 82 is available at a premium of 0.3275. That means 32 paisa or 33 paisa he has to pay per dollar for taking this position. Okay. So if we just go back and see, this I've just pulled it from the site, from the online trading site. Unfortunately, I can't go because the site is under maintenance. So look at this. The spot price is 82 at the top, 82.06. Okay. Okay, this one, 82.06. This is the spot price. And then expiry date is given. Okay. Strike price is given. Lot size is given. Last traded price is given. That means the last traded price of the premium. Okay. Then, some other things are you buy or sell. So the date is 23rd July, 23rd June. Okay. Now we are not, because this is a weekly contract, so we just flip around. So we come to 27th of July. Okay. So as we go down on this thing, we'll find on 27th July also the options is available. Okay. Now this is the strike prices at the second part. Okay. So the strike prices, like you can choose anything: 78, 79, 80, 81, 81.50, 82, 83. So these are all the strike prices for 27th of July. Okay. Now you have to choose one. Now how do we choose one? Okay. So I'll explain that. For each strike price, there is a premium which is given here. Okay. So this is the premium. Last traded price is the premium. Okay. Which is in the green. Now today what is the rate? 82 rupees 6 paisa. So if we look at 82 rupees 6 paisa, the premium is how much? 82 rupees. What is the premium? 0.3275. That means if he chooses this strike price, he has to pay a premium of 32 paisa or 33 paisa, somewhere in between. Okay. But if he can choose any other strike price also. Why he is not choosing any other strike price? It will all depend upon your outlook. Now suppose he chooses a strike price of say 83 rupees 25 paisa, which is coming at the last. How much is the premium? Just 4 paisa or 5 paisa. This is much cheaper compared to the strike price which I'm choosing, which is 82 rupees. Why? Because if he chooses 83.25, he will start making money only when the dollar crosses 83 rupees 25 paisa. And currently the dollar is 82 rupees. Okay. So that means he is not hedging himself properly. Fine. So this is called out of the money option. Okay. How many students have done future and options? Just raise your hand. I mean, they were doing it. So this is an out of the money option. If he chooses out of the money option, he has to pay less premium. But the downside is that his profit will start, he will start making money only at 83.25 and above. If the dollar, doesn't move and remains in the range of 82 to 83, he doesn't make any money. Whatever premium he has paid, he has to lose, forego. So since he chooses 82, which is very close to the current this thing, so if it goes to 82.50, he makes still money, okay, by 50 paisa, by taking a long position or buying position, okay. But if he chooses 78, for a 78 rupees, it is 3.95. The premium is very high because his profit will start from 78. Today the dollar is 82, as per the example. So he's already, sitting in a head start by 4 rupees. Fine. So for getting that 4 rupees of gain, he has to pay a premium of 3 rupees 95%. This is called deep in the money option. 82, which is choosing, is called what? At the money option. It is at the money because it is very close to the current price. Okay. So as a prudent, hedger, I will choose the price which is very close to the current price of the dollar. But if I am very bullish about the dollar, then I may choose, 83.25 because I think dollar may go 90. Okay, I have to pay just a premium of 4 paisa. In that case, I may choose deep out of the money option. Okay, fine. Or I may choose 78 because, my gain will be very high. Okay, so let's come back here. So he chooses 82 as a strike price. All these strike prices, various strike prices are given by the stock exchange, and you have to select any one of them based on your judgment. Normally, the prudence will say that choose the price which is at the money. Normally, okay, but if depending upon your outlook and everything, you can choose any strike price. Okay, so here you have chosen a strike price by paying 32 paisa or 33 paisa in between premium, 30.3275 paisa per dollar. Now expiry is on 27th of July. As you have seen the last slide, this was for only for 27th of July expiry. The premium was available. Okay, then because the lot size is $1,000, so he has to take a position in 100 contracts, which will be equivalent to $1 lakh. Is that okay? What he will do? He will buy an option. And what option? Call option. Now there are two kinds of options: call option and put option. So he since he's bullish, because he is an importer, okay, so he has to gain from the stock exchange, because that gain will offset his losses from the underlying position when he is importing. If the dollar goes up, he loses on his import position because he has to pay at a higher price when he pays to the importer, but he makes a corresponding gain in the stock exchange. So that means he thinks the dollar is going to go up. That's why he's taking a hedge. So if the dollar is going to go up, he's going to buy dollar. So if he have to buy a dollar, he has to go for a call option. Okay, I'll explain what is a call option more in detail, but an importer will always take a call option. An exporter will take a put option. So we'll understand that later. So buy a call option, 100 contracts at $1 is equal to 82. Okay, so he's all set. He has taken a position. If the dollar goes up, he makes money. Okay, if the dollar goes down, then he can just walk out of the contract. He can just lose the premium. That's all. In case of a future, it was a linear product, so there was an unlimited potential of making gain as well as unlimited potential of making a loss. Okay, but in option, you can exercise your option only if you are in a winning position. But if you're in a losing position, you can walk out of the contract. Like, I gave an example, you bought a ticket of a movie for $500, okay, and you are supposed to watch it next Friday, but you found the reviews are very bad about that movie. So you decided that you're not going to go and watch the movie. What you can lose? Only the ticket price, $500, okay, nothing else. So similarly, when you're taking an option here, maximum you can lose is the premium if you don't go and exercise your option. Like you're not watching the movie, so you're only losing the premium ticket. So here also you're going to lose the option premium which you have paid. So now, so he has to pay an option premium. How much? 32,750, because he's taking a position for $1 lakh. $1 lakh multiplied by 0.3275 works out to be 32,750. So this is the money he's going to pay. To whom? The other person. Now you're taking a call option, buying option, somebody is writing the option for you, or he's a seller, so you pay the premium to the seller. Okay, fine. So the other party gets 32,000, he's happy with that. If the dollar goes down, so he's going to pocket the premium, okay, because you're going to out of the contract. But if the dollar goes up, then he's going to start losing them. So somebody has to lose and somebody has to gain in this. So let's say the first case where he makes money. What happens is the dollar price goes to 83.90. What position is taken at 82? So dollar has gone up. So what he'll do? He'll exercise his option. He will exercise his option. So he'll say, okay, it's good for me. So he says, I'm going to, exercise my option. So he has bought it. So he'll say, okay, give me the dollar or give me the difference. So he'll get the difference, because in stock exchange, you only get cash profits. You're not given dollars by the stock exchange, by the other party. He will just bear the loss. So other party will make bear the loss, and you will make a profit. 83.9 minus 82 into 1 lakh. So you're making 1,90,000 rupees gain, because the dollar has gone up. You are bullish. You bought a call option, and the dollar gained. So you gained 1,90,000. But you have to pay a premium also. You paid a premium at the beginning to the other party. So your net gain is 1,57,250, isn't it? You paid, now you're gaining 1,90,000. So at the start of the contract, you paid 32,750 to other guy who is called a call writer. He's a call writer. I'll explain that. And the person who buys a call is called the call holder or a call buyer. So the call buyer is making money and the call writer is losing money in this case. So he gains 1,57,000. Now the time has come, 27th July. So this guy has to make a payment on his import transaction from wherever he imported. So he is supposed to make a payment. So he makes a payment to his banker for $1 lakh, and that money is $1 lakh is remitted to the overseas, to the person who has supplied the material to him. So he will be out of pocket by 83,90,000, because today the dollar rate is 83.9. So he has to make a payment for his underlying import transaction, which will be 83. But what will be the net outflow? If you look at, he has made money in the stock exchange, but the money he has paid in the cash market, spot market, is 83,90,000. So his net outflow will be now 82,32,750. So he is hedging himself. So whatever the dollar price has gone up, to the extent of the premium, leaving the premium, he is getting that gain. So he is happy. Even if the dollar has gone up, he is still not paying the extra price of the dollar. Okay. Now he is hedged and fixes his payment at 82.3275. So if we divide 82 lakhs 32,000 by 1 lakh, so his net outflow is 82.32. So at what price he took a position? 82. 32 paisa he paid a premium. So his net outflow will be 82.3275, which is including the premium. So this is his net cost to him. Now let's say, assume that the rate is now 81.75. Okay. Now the dollar has come down. So he says, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to walk out of the contract. I'm not going to, he will not exercise his right. So he has got a right, but not an obligation to go and watch a movie or, go for this contract exercise. Fine. So he will be losing 32,750. Is that okay? So he loses 32,750 because he is not interested in exercising his right, because the dollar has come down. So as an importer, he is happy because he is supposed to pay only 81,75,000 to his banker for remitting $1 lakh to his supplier. So he paid this thing. So his net outflow will be 82 lakhs 7,000, which will include the premium. Fine. So his net cost to him will be this much. So he gets a gain on rupee appreciation. What happens is that in case of an options, so if the dollar goes higher, if you're an importer and you buy a call option, so your loss is protected. Okay, if the dollar goes up, whatever dollar is gaining, you can claim it back from the other party, the call writer. But if the dollar goes down, you just walk away, and he will just make a money of 32,750, and you don't have to do anything. You have to just say that I am not interested in exercise. You don't exercise your right at all. So you lose whatever you have paid as a premium. But then on the reckoning day, when he is supposed to make a payment to his supplier, he will be paying at 81. So he actually makes a gain at the time when he has to make a payment to his importer. So in a future contract, either you make a gain or a loss. Okay. But here you can make a gain, but the loss will be only to the extent of the premium. So why people are coming late? Okay. Fine. So he gets a gain on the appreciation. Is that okay? Clear? Okay. Now let's talk about, there is some strategy also which I am going to do maybe later on. Okay. Fine. So because we first understand the plain vanilla, positions, and don't confuse ourselves with various kinds of strategies. Okay. So there are various strategies which you can, adopt. So we'll understand little later. After we understand the whole concept, we can understand the strategy. Okay. XYZ is an exporter. Now the second example is that he is an exporter. So please, students who have joined late, please listen carefully. So it's almost the same kind of a question, but now you're an exporter. Okay. So you can understand fresh. So XYZ is an exporter. Now he is going to receive $1 lakh. When? On 29th of August. And today it is 22nd of June. Okay. And the dollar price today is 82.03, the same price. Okay. Because the same day. So he finds that he has to choose an option strike price. So he finds that option strike price 83, okay, is available at a premium of just 18 paisa. Right? Okay. and which is going to expire on 29th of August. Now he has to choose that strike price. Again, there will be in the money, out of the money, and at the money. So it is very close to at the money, but slightly, away from the spot price of 83. So if the price falls below 83, he'll start making money. So it's a in the money kind of a. Is it in the money, at the money, or out of the money? Zubain? Okay, just hear it. Okay, don't worry. We'll talk about that later. So he's chosen a 83. So just let us complete and then we can talk about it. Okay. So 83 strike price is available at a premium of 18 paisa. Okay. So he needs to take a position on 100 contracts. Okay, because each contract is size of $1,000. So now he buys a put option. Okay. Instead of buying a call option, he buys a put option, because here when you are an exporter, okay, uh, when the dollar falls, okay, when the dollar falls, fine, it goes to 81, 80, 80. So you start losing money in your export transaction, because instead of receiving the money at 82, just think that you're an exporter. At the time when you exported, the dollar was 82. But when you're getting your remittance from your customer, when he pays $1 lakh after 3 months, the dollar touches 79. So you're going to get 79 rupees per dollar. You lose about 3 rupees kind of a difference between the dollar at the time it was prevailing. Suppose it was 82 and now it is 78, so you're losing 4 rupees. Okay. So that means you are bearish on dollar. That's why you think that the dollar will go down, and that's why I go and take a hedge in the market. So if he loses the money, okay, because the dollar goes down, in the stock market, he's going to make money by taking a bearish position. So he'll sell the dollar at 83 to someone, okay, and expiry is say on 29th of August. So he has already sold the dollar in the stock exchange at what price? 83. Fine. So if the price goes to 79, so he's going to make a big money in the stock market. So let's see what happens. So he has bought a put option. So when you are, bearish, then you buy a put option. That means it's a contract to sell something in future at a specified price today. So he has already sold the dollars at 83 to someone, because he knows that the price of the dollar will come down, so he's going to make money. Okay, he's going to lose on the export transaction because will get less money from this banker, but he's going to make a corresponding profit from the stock exchange. So he's going to pay a premium, option premium of 18,250. So here you are a put buyer. You are buying a put. So somebody is writing a put. In the first case, somebody was writing a call. Here somebody is writing a put. So there's an opposition position. So we'll understand that also in detail. Okay. So now what happens? The dollar on 29 actually falls. So he's happy about it. The dollar has fallen because he has taken a position at what? 83 bucks. So what he's doing? He will exercise his right. Okay. He will ask the put writer to give the delivery or pay the cash. So in stock exchange, you don't get the delivery. He'll give you the cash, the difference. That means 80.6 minus 83. Okay. So he is going to get 2 rupees 40 paisa from the other party, the put seller or a put writer. Okay. You are a put buyer. Other person has given you this option. So he has purchased the dollar from you at 83, but now the dollar is what? Only 80.60. So he has lost his bet. So he's going to give you money, 2 rupee 40 paisa. If the dollar goes down, he makes money. Now, he makes the money at 83, from the 83 onwards. Though at that time the price was 82, so it was out of the money, that means. Okay, because if he had taken a hit at strike price of 82, he would have made a actually further gain. Then it would have been 80, 0.80, 82. तो गेन क्या होता? कम हो जाता, सॉरी, है ना? Suppose he would have taken a strike price of 82, what would have his gain? So, I mean, 1.4. So that means this was basically out of the money option, not in the money option. Okay, so then we can check that. Is that okay? So this is an out of the money option, because had he taken 82, he would have got only 1 rupee 40 paisa. So he actually, what he did, he chose a price little above 82. So that means his profit starts coming from 83 onwards, not from 82 onwards. Okay, so this was little in the money option, not at the money option. So because had he chosen 82 strike price, he would have gained only 1 rupee 40 paisa. Okay. So he chose out of the money option. He was smart. He paid a premium of just 18 paisa. Maybe 82 rupees option would have been a costly one for him. So he got a little more. Okay. So he paid 18,250 as a premium. So his net gain was 2,21,000. Now on the reckoning day, he is going to actually pay 80,60,000 to the banker for getting $1 lakh. He'll get $1 lakh into his account from the foreign country. The banker will convert that dollar and give him 80.60 because that day the spot rate is 80.60. Okay. So it is generally assumed that RBI reference rate, which is given on the expiry day of the contract, that's the spot rate. So we choose the same spot rate. Maybe the spot rate will be almost the same, only when the banker is going to give him the money, at 80.60. So he is going to get 80,60,000. Okay. So the net outflow will be what? Net inflow will be how much? 82,81,000. So he got 80,60,000 from his banker because they converted the dollar, which was received from the foreign remittance, which was converted into Indian rupee, and he got 80,60,000 from his export transaction. But he made a 2 lakh, so he lost on the export transaction. Okay, but there's a corresponding gain in the stock market transaction. So he gained 2,21,000. So that means he's getting now 82,81,000. Okay, fine. So he is hedged at 82.81. So that means the strike price he has chosen 83. Strike price minus the premium will become his price at which he is going to, ultimately he is going to get the money. So the premium is minus from the strike price, both in case of call option as well as put option. So that becomes his net inflow here. There it was becoming outflow. Is that okay? Now the second case. Now he may not win. He may even lose. What happens if the dollar goes to 84? He has chosen a strike price of 83, but the dollar has gone past 83. So he has taken a put option. He makes money only if the price goes down because he sold at 83 to someone. The price is today 84, so he's making a loss. He sold cheap to someone. Okay, he said, I'm going to sell you dollar at 83 on 29th of July, 29th of August, but on 29th August the price was 84. Okay, so if he sells that, he's going to make a 1 rupee loss. So he's going to simply walk out of the contract. Okay, he will not exercise his right and loses 18,750 premium. So what he's going to lose? The premium. How much? 18,750 because he paid 18 paisa, 0.875 paisa as a premium to the put writer. Now exporter will receive 84 lakhs. Okay, fine. He is going to get, he's happy as his export transaction because the dollar at the time of entering into the contract was only 82. When he entered the contract with the exporter, the dollar was trading at 82. Okay. So now the dollar is 84. So he's making a 2 lakh rupees gain from the spot rate at the time when he entered the transaction. And now, so he's sitting on a 2 lakhs profit. So that's why he's not interested in, exercising his put option. But his total money will be 84 lakhs minus 18,000. So he's going to get, total inflow will be 83 lakh 81,000. So net, how much is going to get? 83 lakh 81,000. So he gains on the appreciation. So in options, you have a choice. If you are in a winning position, you exercise your right. But if the dollar has gone, as an exporter, the dollar has appreciated, you make money. So you're not going to exercise your put option and let the option expire worthless, and you will just lose the premium which you paid to the put writer. Whatever money you have paid to the put writer, that is the money you're going to lose. Even the dollar goes to 90, you're happy because you're going to get 90 rupees per dollar from your export transaction, from the money which you're going to receive from abroad. It will convert it at the current rate, suppose happens to be 90, so you're happy. But in this case, it's gone to 84, so you're still happy because it is better than the price at which you started. Is that okay? Is that clear? Now, just read. Just louder so that you get voice get recorded.
While currency forward contracts are a type of futures contract, they differ from standard futures contracts in that they are privately made between two parties involved, customized to the parties' demands for a specific transaction, and are not traded on any exchange.
Okay, so first we did forward contracts. They are not from the stock exchange, okay, and they can be customized, okay. But when you enter into the arena of stock exchange, either futures or options, they are standard contracts. We know the lot size, the strike price you have to choose, okay. So there are certain things which are given and you have to choose out of them. The expiry date is also fixed, fine. So everything is not customized according to your need. Suppose you are getting your payment on say 29th of July, but the expiry is 27th. So either you have to choose next month. So you're not going to get synchronized with the day on which you're going to receive. Now, in our example, we synchronize the date of his payment or receipt of payment from abroad on the expiry day. Okay, so that's why it's not customized. Okay, but forward contracts are customized. Fine. Okay.
Since currency forwards are not exchange traded instruments, they do not require any kind of margin deposit.
So, in futures, you have to pay margin. In case of options, you have to pay the premium. So, in case of forward contracts, you don't have to pay any margin. Okay. So, you simply go to the bank and enter into the contract with them, and they will deliver the dollar or receive your dollars on that day at a price which you have fixed today with the banker. Okay. Currency options.
The value of currencies keeps changing about one another depending on a host of situations, economic growth, political developments, central bank policies, and so on. These fluctuations can affect both importers and exporters, whose fortunes depend to a considerable extent on the value of the currency.
Okay, this is self-explanatory. The price of the dollar or the price of any other currency can fluctuate depending on host of things, economic growth, political development, central bank policies, and so much, so and so. So, so importer or exporters are always exposed to the risk. Okay.
To guard against these fluctuations, they use derivatives like currency options and futures. Of course, it's not just importers and exporters who trade in these. Speculators too are active participants also, hoping to turn in a profit for the movement of exchange rates.
So, what examples we have seen are basically all hedging transactions. Either you are an importer or an exporter. You can be even a speculator. In that case, the underlying transaction will be missing. So either you will be making a profit or losing your money, because then there'll be no export transaction or import transaction to back that hedge. So either you make a lose money or you make money entering into these transactions. Okay, just an example. Just read it.
How currency options work.
This is the same thing which I have explained through an example, but little bit more elaborate to understand the concept. Okay.
IT company Infosoft Limited clients are mostly in the USA and its earnings are in USD. Infosoft Limited expects the value of INR to increase to rupees 78 from the existing rupees 82.
Now, what he is basically an exporter in this case, isn't it? This information technology company clients are mostly in USA, and the earnings are in USD. So basically, he's making some earning either by selling certain things abroad, either an exporter of goods or services. So he is going to get his dollars. Okay. Now he expects the value of the dollar to increase, the value of INR to appreciate from 78 to 82. Now, in this case, if you are an exporter, if the rupee appreciates, you make a loss. If the rupee goes to 78 from a current level of 82, so you're going to make a loss of $4 when you get the money from abroad. Okay, because you are going to get dollars. At the time, if you would have got the dollars at that time, you would have got the dollars 82, but now the dollars will be coming and converting them into 78 at a later date. You're going to lose 4 rupees. Okay.
This will mean losses since the company has to repatriate its earnings in INR from the USA to India.
Okay.
A stronger INR can translate to less money in its favor. To offset this, Infosoft decided to purchase currency options that give it the right but not the obligation to sell the INR at rupees 82 strike price against the USD.
So what he'll go to the stock exchange, okay, and buy, because currently the dollar is somewhere around 82. So he is going to buy a currency options. Okay, fine. He is going to purchase a currency options to give him a right, but not an obligation to sell the INR. So that means buying a put option. Okay, because he's a exporter, so he can buy a put option. The put option will give him a right to sell the dollars at the strike price, but not an obligation. He can simply walk to the contract if he feels it is not going to help him. Okay, So in this case, he has chosen 82 strike price, which is supposed to be an in the money, at the money option, because the price of dollar we assume is 82 at the time. Okay.
If the INR does strengthen to rupees 78, it will exercise the right to sell the USD at rupees 82 against the USD through its options. Hence, it will be able to hedge against the increase in the value of the INR and its revenues will remain unaffected.
So basically, he has sold to someone at 82, but the price of dollar has come to 78. So he's going to exercise it. He says, okay, I'm sold to you at 82. Now give me at 82 rupees. Today the price is 78. So he says, okay, I can't give you dollars. Take the difference, 4 rupees from me. So whatever he is losing because the dollar has appreciated, sorry, rupee has appreciated to 78, in actual export transaction, he is making a loss. But he is making a corresponding gain from the stock exchange by buying a put option. A put option gives a right to sell something, okay, at a strike price, but not an obligation. He is not obligated to exercise his option, put option. If he thinks he'll exercise, otherwise he can even walk out. Fine. Okay. So tell me, suppose the price would have gone to 83, would he have chosen to, exercise his option or not? No, he would have not chosen, because then he was sitting happy because, he's going to get 83 rupees per dollar for all his exports. So why should he exercise his option? Because he's losing. Okay. So he will not use he'll just lose the premium what he has paid and simply walk out of the contract. Okay. Read this.
Let's say that the INR weakens to rupees 85 against the dollar. If it goes off exercising its option to sell at the strike price of rupees 82, it will suffer losses of rupees
So this is
3 per
the,
option.
suppose it goes to 85. So if he exercise the option, he's going to lose the money. Why he will exercise the option? Okay.
Since it doesn't make any sense to exercise the contract, it will forego the right to do so. In that case, the only cost the company will incur is the premium it has paid to enter into the
Is
contract.
that okay? He's going to lose only the premium what he paid. Okay.
What is this premium? Well, to enter into any derivatives contract, you have to pay a premium to the seller or the writer of the contract.
So there are two parties. One is the buyer, other is the writer. One is the buyer, another is the writer. Now think about an insurance contract. The person who buys the insurance, like suppose I take my insurance against my car, okay, and I pay a premium to the insurance company. The insurance company is a writer. They are collecting the premium. And if I don't lodge any claim against the company, I lose only the premium. Anyway, that is an expense for me. The day I paid, I knew that that's my expense. But if I have a claim, if suppose I have this thing, I lost my car or there was a damage to the car, I may go to the insurance company and recover that damage. Okay, fine. And they are going to honor that. Fine. So if I don't have any claim, normally when we take our insurance car policy, then we don't lodge a claim. Suppose I take a car policy for the last 10 years, I am not taken, from last 5 years, I have not taken any kind of a claim from the insurance. Whatever premium paying, it is going as an expense from my side. Maybe in past sometime I've taken a premium. I mean, there was the car was damaged. I claimed 1 lakh rupees maybe about 10 years back. It's not that every year you're going to lodge a claim against the insurance company. So whatever you pay, so the insurance company is a writer for you, and you are a buyer of the insurance policy. Okay.
This is generally a fraction of the underlying asset. Premiums are determined by a host of factors like the current currency value, the period between the contract start date and its expiry, and so on.
So the premium will depend upon what? It will depend upon the strike price, number one. Because if I choose more in the money strike price, I have to pay more premium because I gain more. Okay. Now it will all depend upon, the further the contract, the premium will be higher. Because the chances of the dollar moving here and there are much better for a long period of time. The premium writer will say, I'm going to charge you higher premium because I've given you 3 months window. Instead of 1 month window, I'm giving you 6 months window or 3 months window. So I'm going to jack up the premium. So we'll understand that also later on. Okay. So how the premium gets affected. So type of options, I told you that two kinds of options, call options and put options. Read it.
There are two types of currency options, the put option and the call option. A put option gives you the right to ignore the obligation to sell currency at a specific price on a certain date. The above example in the first option that we have used is that of a put option. This kind of currency option works best in a scenario where you expect the value of a currency,
Is that okay? Yeah, next.
The other kind of currency option is the call option, which gives you the right to buy the currency at a certain rate. This works when you expect the value of the INR to weaken against another currency like the dollar.
So the second option is when you're buying a call option, there the dollar is, you expecting the dollar to appreciate and rupee to weaken. Okay? Then only you're going to make money. In put option, it's the other way around. But then that is the right, but not an obligation. In options, you got a right, but you can walk out of the contract if you think it's not moving into your direction. You can just simply forego your right. You don't, exercise your right. Okay.
So there is a choice here. You can exercise your contract only if you find the price favorable. In currency futures, there is no choice. You have to exercise that.
So in futures, technically the futures looks to be an inferior product and options look to be a better product, isn't it? Because why then people will take futures? Everybody will gravitate to the options. But it's not like that. The options are very costly instruments. Okay. And if you lose heavily. Okay. Just to give you an now, because since you have some, idea, maybe you can just think. I'm just going to, take you through example whether it really works out for you or not. I don't know. This is called a bull call strategy. Okay, a bull call strategy. You can play a strategy. You have to pay a premium if you are buying a call option. Okay, you pay a premium, but who is getting the premium? The call writer, isn't it? The call writer is getting a premium and the call buyer is paying the premium. So you take both the things. You buy a call option as well as write a call option. When you buy a call option, you have to pay the premium. When you're writing a call option, you get the premium. Okay. So why you are supposed to do that and why you are going to do that? Suppose the lot size is 100 and lot size is $1,000 and you have 1 lakh rupees, $1 lakh at stake and you choose a strike price of 83 and you paid a premium of 83 paisa. Okay. So you paid how much? 83,000 rupees. So the first column is 83,000. You are paid because you chose a strike price of 83 and the premium was 83 paisa. You choose. Now the first column is the strategy which is called the bull call spread. The second is what we have done already. So 83,000 you have paid. Like I gave an example, you paid the premium. Now after a certain strike price, say 84, you write a call option. What you do is, if the dollar at a second leg of the strategy, which is at 84 strike price, you are writing a call. Now, since you are writing a call, you're going to get a premium. So, how much premium is available at 84 strike price? 43 paisa. So, you're going to get 43,000. So, that means the net premium which you have paid is only 40,000. Okay. But now the gain will be limited to only 1 rupee. Suppose the dollar goes to 84, you made a 1 rupee gain. Okay. But only the gain of 1 rupee. If it goes past 84, you're not going to make any money because one leg will give you a gain, other leg you're going to lose money. Okay. So you have actually you have a limited potential of making 1 rupee gain. Though you are bullish on dollar, but not highly bullish. So what you will try to do, you will try to bring down the premium and think the dollar will hover between 83 to 84. So you will capture the gain of say that 1 rupee. So here, suppose at 84 you made a gain of 1 lakh rupees. Look at the gain. Or suppose the dollar closes at 84. Okay, so you are going to get 1 lakh. Okay, so what is your net cost? What is your net gain? 60,000 if you had played this strategy. But if you have not paid the strategy, then you are gone only 17,000 rupees as a gain. Because 1 lakh rupees gain and 83,000 premium will give you only 17,000 in your pocket. If you have played a naked strategy, that is just without any kind of a other leg to the strategy, you would have gained only 17,000. But now in the second, this thing, he knows the dollar will go up, but he knows the dollar is not going to go to 90. He says the dollar may go up to maximum 84. So that is his thinking. So he says that 1 rupees which I am going to lose, I am going to gain if it goes to 84. So this is going to bring down my premium. Beyond 85, he is not going to make any money, okay? Because in this case, 84 rupees he takes his strategy because it's not going to go. So it is, if the dollar is not going to appreciate to beyond 84, why should he just pay 83,000 premium and make a gain of only 17,000 rupees? At the most, if the dollar touches 84. If the dollar touches say 83.83, then he's not going to get anything. Suppose now in this case, we are assuming the dollar has gone to 80. If the dollar goes to 1 rupee, he makes a 1 rupee gain. Okay, so his net gain is 60,000. But if the dollar, in the second case, he would have made only 70,000. Suppose the dollar would have gone to only 83 rupees 83 paise. In that case, he would have not neither gained nor lost in case of the second transaction. अगर ये होता तो यहाँ पर उसको सिर्फ 83,000 का ही गेन होता. Okay, fine. So here he is basically making, because his net revenue is only 40,000, he would have been still making money. Even if the dollar would have been finishing between 83 and 84, he would have been making money. But the dollar should close at what amount where he makes no gain or no loss, even when he is playing this strategy. Even if he is playing this strategy, what should be the price of the dollar? At that, he makes no gain, no loss, even if he was playing a bull cross strategy. No, it should be 83.40 paise.
Sir, even
अगर 83 rupees 40 पैसा होता, suppose, तो how much is gaining? 83 पे था, तो यहाँ पर 40 पैसे का गेन होगा. 40 का मीन्स 40,000 पे, या 40 पे का 40 गेन खत्म. See, just try to understand. Now this is a little bit tricky. That's why I never wanted to do it, but still we have done something. So suppose the dollar would have closed at 83.40. Suppose this would have been, okay. So the first leg, because he has chosen an 83 strike price and the dollar has gone past 83.40, he is sitting at a plus 40, isn't it? Why? But so that means the gain would have been only 40,000. Okay, so this will get nullified because he is getting 43 paisa, okay, premium. So his net cost was only 40,000. Fine. So any gain above 83.40 would make him more profitable in this time. So that will be no profit, no gain. So we just end up here. We go to the next thing. So we'll come back to this after we have a full knowledge about the other things. Okay. Okay, now what we are doing is something which we have already done. Okay, little bit more of understanding the concept. Okay, are you following everything, buddy? Is it going into your mind? Okay, are you understanding? Okay, so just read now, Farivas. हाँ, पढ़िए आप. इधर आ जाइए. Just come in front because your voice should get recorded. Come here and you should speak a little louder so that everybody can hear. Do some manner, hard work.
A currency option, also known as a forex option, is a contract that gives the buyer the right but not the obligation to buy or sell a certain currency
Is that clear? Okay.
at a specified exchange rate or on or before a specified date.
Now here it is on or before the specified date. Normally we have been waiting up to the specified date with the expiry date and counting our profits or losses. Okay, but we can even close the contract much before. So we'll talk about that later.
For this right, a premium is paid to the seller.
So when you buy a currency option, you have to pay a premium, but you get a right to either buy or sell. Buy when you're buying a call option, sell when you're buying a put option. So we're going to understand that. Okay.
Currency options are one of the most common ways for a corporation, individual, or financial institutions to hedge against adverse movements in the exchange rates.
See, this topic is so powerful. Okay, and they say, your MBA, when you're doing an MBA, it's not complete if you're not done this topic thoroughly. Okay, and you can always impress at the time of placement, you can impress your interviewer if you understand all this. You can drag in that you have a good knowledge, so he'll ask you questions and you have to answer. Most of the people just fumble when they answer these questions. Okay, so you should be better prepared with this topic at the time when you're getting placed, and you can say that I understand these options and futures. Okay.
There are two kinds of options, call options and put options.
Okay, some of the major crises in the world, like we had a financial crisis in America in 2008, happened because of these transactions happening in options and futures. And, So these are very powerful, which can, destroy or make, companies or countries into big problem, because if they go out of hand. Okay. Okay. Call option.
A call option is an option to buy a currency at a specified price on or before a certain date. When you buy a call option, the price you pay for it is called the option premium. It gives you a right to buy that certain currency at a specified price called the strike price. If you decide not to use the option to buy this currency, and you're not obligated to, your only cost is the premium option
Okay.
premium.
So this is the full definition of a call option. Call option, you buy a currency at a specified price on or before a certain date. Okay, that certain date is called the expiry date. So you can exercise your option before, on or before the exercise date. Okay, fine. So we'll understand, is in India, can you do it? Okay, so we'll understand that. Okay, so far we have been waiting for the 27th of July, which was the expiry day. Okay, so you're exercising an option only on that day. You can even exercise the option much before. Okay, let's understand. It gives you the right to buy a certain currency at a specified price. So if you are buying a call option, it gives you a right to buy the currency at a certain price from somebody else in the stock exchange. Okay, but if the price goes in your favor, you're going to exercise. Otherwise, you're going to walk out of the contract. Okay, so you have no obligation. Put option is just the other way. Just read it.
Put options are options to sell a currency at a specific price on or before a certain date. When you buy a put option, the price you pay for it, called the option premium. It gives you a right to sell that certain currency at a specified price called the strike price. If you decide not to use the option to sell the currency, and you are not obligated to, your only cost is the option premium.
So in a put option, actually you buy a put option so that you get a right to sell certain thing at a certain price, the price which is fixed on that day. Now on that day, either that day or before, you can exercise your put option depending upon where the price is moving. If it is favorable, you're going to exercise the right. Otherwise, you're simply going to walk out of the contract because there is no obligation. So you make money in case it goes in your favor. Otherwise, you lose the premium. So that's as simple as that. Okay. So now important concepts we must understand. So these are the very important concepts we don't talk about. Strike price, option premium, market lots, expiration day, in the money, out of the money, at the money. Okay, so these are some of the important concepts we are going to discuss now. Okay, but there are some more concepts. One is called the call holder, call buyer. Okay, call writer, the person who is actually accepting your challenge. When you're buying a call option, the other person, somebody has to write for you. Okay, put holder, put writer. So the call holder, now a call holder has a chance to make unlimited gains. Okay, but has a limited potential of losing money. He can lose only the premium what he has paid, but he can make a huge amount of money if the dollar goes say 90, 95, 100. Suppose it goes theoretically. So you're going to make a big gain. Suppose the dollar touches 100 in a matter of 1 month. So you're going to get an unlimited gain. Now that's theoretically. The dollar may not go to that level. So a holder, call holder has a unlimited potential of making money. Okay, but a limited potential of losing money. That means what maximum he can lose is the premium because he's not going to exercise his right. If the dollar goes to 75 or 70, he's going to simply walk to the contract. Whatever premium he has paid, he say, okay, that's all. That is I'm going to do. Now, a call writer, he has an unlimited potential of making a loss, but a very limited potential of making gain. The limited potential is only the premium because he got the premium. Now he prays the dollar should not go up because he is going to lose that money. If the dollar goes down, he makes only the premium as his gain. Isn't it? Fine. Since the premium is so high, 80% of the time the writers make money in the stock exchange and not the people who buy a call option. That's the true side of the story, that they are writers who are making the money. Like, insurance company. Are they making losses or they are making profits? Huge profits. Huge profits. So many people are buying, their policies and they are paying the premium, and only few people who are exercising the right to make some claim from the insurance company. Similarly, here also it happens like that. Okay. Now a put holder has got a right to sell something. Okay. So he has an unlimited potential of making a gain. If the price falls, he will keep making money. Suppose you choose a strike price of 83 and the dollar goes to 75, so you make a difference of that. It goes to 70, the difference becomes wider. So you have unlimited potential of making money, a very, unlimited potential of limited potential of making a loss, only to the extent of the premium. If the dollar rises, he's not going to exercise his right, and whatever premium he has paid to the put writer, he's going to only lose that. As a put writer, again, you have an unlimited potential of losing the money, but a very limited potential of making a gain. Only the premium you're going to pocket. Whereas, suppose I bought a car, bought a car and I took a policy from the insurance company. I paid a 40,000 rupees premium. The next day my car is stolen. The car is worth 20 lakh rupees. Insurance company is going to pay me 20 lakhs, isn't it? So the put writer has a great potential losing the money. In that case, if the dollar goes, falls. Sorry, the dollar goes up here. Fine. So, and he gets only a potential of making money is the premium. Is that okay? Okay. Now we come to the strike price. Now the strike price is given by whom? The stock exchange, and you have to choose. Read it.
Strike price is the price at which the buyer of the option can exercise the option to buy or sell an underlying security. The strike price denotes the price at which the buyer of an option has the right to purchase or sell the underlying.
So now, इसके बाद, Zubain, you are going to read. So you have lost your voice in between. So you must take something during the break. Okay, fine. So strike price. पढ़िए दोबारा से पढ़िए.
Strike price for USD INR for June contract at NSE are currently available at 73.5, 73.75, 74.
So this was a June contract. Now the strike price is somewhere 83 because the dollar is hovering at 83. So I have not updated it. So in the month of June, the strike prices were around that time the dollar price. Okay, fine. So I have not changed it because you would require some more slides to be changing. So at that time, the spot price was 73.50 on 16th of June. So strike prices were very similar to that. Okay, fine. So you have to choose the strike price depending upon your view of the dollar from that day. Okay. Now just look at this thing, a call option, USD versus INR. Now the spot price of the dollar, assume it was 73 rupee 50 paisa. Now a strike price of 73 would be deep in the money, and a strike price of 73.5 will be at the money, and 74 will be out of the money. Because if you choose 74, then you will start making money only if the dollar goes past 74. Currently it's 73.5, so you're choosing a price 50 paisa ahead of that, and strike price is 74. That means you are foregoing your 50 paisa, kind of a gain. If it happens that the dollar touches 75, then you make only 1 rupee gain if you choose 74 as a strike price. Okay, but if you choose a 73.5 at the money, you are going to capture, but here the premium will be slightly more than out of the money, and at the money, in the money, the premium will go very high because it is 73. So you will start making money from the 73 onwards. If the dollar touches 75, you're going to make 2 rupees kind of a gain, isn't it? Now look at the put option here. Suppose the spot price is 73.5, and if you choose a strike price of say 73.5, it is at the money, same as the spot price. Now you can choose at 73 or you can choose at 74, depending upon how bullish or bearish your dollar versus rupee, what kind of you think that dollar is going to go up or down. So it will depend upon what kind of you will go for in the money or at the money. Suppose you choose in the money, which is 74. Okay, so 74 is in the money, fine. So you will start making if the is a put option. Just can you explain this? Have you followed this?
So,
Tell me.
if you buy in the money put option at 74, you
Yeah.
immediately have a 50 paisa gain at the start.
Huh.
And if the price of the dollar falls further, you make more gain.
Okay.
But if you are out of the money at 73,
Yeah.
you only start making money if the dollar falls.
Yeah. Chalo. Okay. Now you can see the premiums at the bottom. I have added the premiums. Okay. So in the money will have a higher premium. Okay. Out of the money will have the least premium. Fine. The premiums is given at the bottom. Okay. You can see in the stock exchange also you'll find the premiums are there. Okay. So now let's understand some. Do we have a break now or what? कितने बजे break होती है? We started at 11, okay? So we have 3-hour class, so we'll go for another 10 minutes, okay? Fine, and then we'll have a break. So contract specifications. So whenever you go to the stock exchange site, sorry. So you'll find that there will be 12 in the money and 12 out of the money. Okay, one at the money or near the money. Fine. Okay. So when you go to the stock exchange, you will find there are array of strike prices available to you. Normally there will be 12 in the money, 12 out of the money, and one at the money. So this you will be getting from the stock exchange. Then the contract trading cycle will be, 3 quarterly contracts. Now this is an option, so you'll have certain number of contracts. Which contracts you want to choose, whether you want to choose. Suppose we are running in October, so there will be 3 contracts available: October, November, December. Okay, fine. And the mode of settlement, they are cash settled. There is only a cash settlement which happens in the stock exchange. You don't get the delivery, or you don't have to give delivery of dollar if you are taking a position. You get only the difference, the cash. Now, this is very important. Then we will have a break because I also need some kind of energy. So there are 2 kinds of options. One is called the American option and another is called the European option. Now in India, we have European options and not the American options. Fine. Zubain, can you read?
The key difference between American and European options relates to when the options can be exercised. While American option may be exercised only at the expiration date of the option.
Okay, hold on. Now India, we have only European options. You can exercise your right only at the time of expiry, as we have seen in an example. Because in India we have, we cannot exercise the option before the expiry. Okay, so we have European, American.
An American option on the other hand can be exercised at any time before the expiration.
So American options which are not in India, elsewhere, abroad, you can exercise your option anytime before the expiration date. Okay, fine. So in case of India, we have European options. You can only exercise your option only at the expiry day, whereas American options, you can exercise your option anytime before the expiry. Now, if you have an European option in India, and you can exercise only at the expiration day, then suppose you are sitting in a huge profit before the expiry, but the time of expiry comes and you lose all that money. Suppose the dollar was at 80, strike price was 82, and suppose the dollar has gone to 85 after 10 days of taking a position. Fine, but at the close of the month, what happens? It comes back to 82. So you're sitting in a big gain, and suddenly you want the gain, all gain is lost. Have you got me? Now what you'll do? Because in India, you have a European option. You can only exercise the option only at the end of the month. So you have to wait for that. But there is a way out. You can even close your position well before the expiry day in India also. Okay? So we'll understand that later. Right? Now, last one. Okay? Just we will do this only. And then we have a break. Factors that determine the option premium. When you go and find the premium also changes every second, every minute. The premium what I showed you was on that particular time when I opened the screen. It is the last traded price of the premium. But when I going to enter into a transaction, maybe that I am entering in a transaction, the premium will change. Okay. Now, on what factors that does the premium change? So this is very important. First is the price of the underlying. As the underlying price rises, so does the premium. So if the price goes up, the premium also travels like with the price. Price बढ़ रहा है तो premium बढ़ रहा है. Okay. Second, volatility of the underlying. More volatile is the currency pair. Suppose US dollar currency pair is very volatile, it keeps changing here and there. Then the writer is jittery. The writer knows that the dollar can go here and there. So the more volatile it is, I'm going to charge higher premium. If the dollar is very stable, if the dollar and rupee remains in a very close, kind of a thing, then the premium also becomes less. Is that okay? So there are 2 kinds of premium. One is called historical and implied. We are going to discuss that later. Okay. Then strike price of the option. As you have seen, in the money, at the money, out of the money, the premiums keeps changing. Okay. In the money will cost you more, and out of the money will cost you the less, and at the money will be somewhere middle, closer to the this thing. Fine. Is that okay? Time remaining until the option expires. If the time is you have a great time, then the option the person who is charging you premium, the writer, he becomes again jittery. Because if he gives me 3 months, the dollar may go here and there, and I can close my contract anytime and ask for the money. Okay, if I'm okay. So in that case, the premium will also go up if the time of the contract is bigger. If the time is very less, suppose I give you only few days, then the writer is going to charge you less. Like for example, if I take an insurance policy for a month only, then the premium is going to be less. If the insurance policy is going to for one year, he's going to charge me this thing. Normally in India, we cover our insurance, car of the insurance or anything for 1 year. Suppose there is an option to cover only for 6 months, the premium will become half, isn't it? So more the time you give to the call buyer or a put buyer, the writers will charge you more premium. So here we end. We have a break now, and then after the break, we will start. So just to ask a question before we go for a break, I'm going to end up this.